So well, my friends, here we go again. Today, no-go court. We start a session. Important today, the Molten BG3850 or 3850, the new series. We have made a first review, first impression, and today I want to test it out for the second time. Different courts, but I have no idea where we play today. But first of all, we are at the no-go court. You know, watch, here we are, but that is a no-go court. That means it is not allowed. But we enter in, you know, and I want to play now one ball, but not allowed, you know. So I have to jump over, but doesn't matter to me. Watch at the graffiti, that is nice, or that is really cool. And here we have two rings, you know, a tough place. But you see, that is really cool. But you know, there are no nets, there is nothing, you know. So you see, oh, it is open. Wow, that wonders me now. It is open. That is the thing, you see. But it is really not allowed. So we have to play 1-2 balls to warm up. That is cool, or if that side out. Tough place, you see, with benches, a little bit dirty in here. The wood with the sharp edges under the basketball ring, you see. And there we have it, you know, an original one. But you see, it is broken out. But cool place, so warm up. 1-2 balls, and then we go on, and I will tell you 3 chords which I have in my mind. We will see if we can play all, not one, I don't know. Let's do it. But you see already that they get scratches in, you know, you see that white thing? It's not a real scratch, but the color, because here it's absolutely rough asphalt, you know. That is so sharp. But also this, you know, 1-2 balls, then we see also that. What happens to such a ball? So from here one more, but then I have to leave, because otherwise we will get some big problems, what I don't need. Wow, that was now nice, a warm up, you know, at this court. You see the windows, a really tough area, or but really not allowed, you know, that is a private place, that is not for public. So I go out, it's only Sunday because there are not too many people, but they have there a station where not police, but yeah, a little bit similar like police. They have also rights. When they see you there, then you have really a problem. Not the first time, but when you cannot come a second time. And so I only play a few balls always, and then I'm out, because then happens nothing. So now we are out, no problem anymore. And now, which chords are in my mind? First is no-go west. But no-go west is always, does he go or not? Do they kick you out or not? Or in other words, do they let you in or not? But it is Sunday, so I think it will be closed. Then the next chord in my mind is Zum chord, that is outside. That is maybe the best possible for today. And then the last one is the mini G chord. But there I think are kids in, and more we will see. So we see us until soon. So well, my friends, now we are at the next court, but it is a no-go court. But the problem is, you know, I will tell you something. There I have never ever played, because that is, you know, you cannot come in, you cannot enter in. but I want to play that court. I've shown you this a lot of times. It would be very nice, but there you get a lot of problems. Watch, that is a cool spot, you know. It is often a little bit slippery. I have seen that a lot of times. You see it with the, maybe with the green dark areas here, because here is a lot of shadow, you know. So it means here it is for sure slippery. You see that on the green thing. But a ring, a very original cool court, you know. But that is a private thing. That is part of a school, you know. But the school is a bit on another place, so that stands alone here. Today is Sunday, you know. But I tried it so often that it's always closed, you know. That is not one time open, nothing. And I will tell you, here you see you cannot jump over, you can do nothing, but for sure it is closed. Yeah, you see. But I have checked out the other thing now. Today it would be open on the other side, but there is the problem now. I'll show you. Here is a little thing, and herein there is the main street, and there it is open now, you know. The gate is open. But I swear you, if you would go in now, you know, that is not like a normal school. I tell you, that is a beside thing. And the problem now is when you enter in, first of all, there are cameras, you know. That is the first thing what I check out. There are cameras. And the next thing is, I don't know if there is a, how it is called, a school guard in, you know, or the Hausmeister. And nowadays the problem is, you know, here you can read it, private ground. Der Zutritt ist für Unbefugte verboten, you know. That means it is not allowed to go in as a normal person. And when that stands on, you get really a problem. And nowadays it is other, like in the 90s, there you jumped in as a kid, you have never a problem. But even there, one time a private police officer was there and asked for our names, to completely crazy, you know. But nowadays it's a different story, because back in the days they shouted, go out and blah blah blah. Yeah, then you had a shouting person or someone who came out with a, I don't know, a baseball thing, not a real baseball guard, but a basin, I don't know in English. But nowadays, you know, these are people who work for that school, you know. Back in the days they lived in the schools, the school guards, but nowadays these are people who get paid for their job. And when you enter in now, the first thing what they do is they call the police. Why? Because when something is damaged, something happens, they have the fault. And so they will not say, hey, okay, go out, it's not allowed, blah blah blah. No, then you have a real problem, you know. Or you run away, but then you are on camera. That is the shit part, you know. And when you have enough money, then it is no problem, you know. Then I would go in, but so I'm not risking it, because there is for sure a reason why today the entrance is open, you know. And that is a long way, and here I cannot run away, you know. So that is the shit thing. But you know, to me right now it is really when I see that open gate to go in, play a few balls, but then you, I swear you, when you play the first 1-2 dribblings, the person will come out, and then you cannot go away, you know. And when it stays on, then you cannot say, hey, I've not known it, you know. It is very big on. But it would be, oh, it is like, I want to go in now, you know. It would be no problem, but then I swear you, the chance that you get a problem is 80% to 20%. And so when you have no money, I will not do it. But it would be really nice. But for sure, the opening part is because there is now one in and make something, you know. So here it is shit, but we go on now. So my friends, because it is on the way, there is another no-go court, but also here you have no chance to play it. It is so close, but I tell you, you get so much problems so quick. I know the courts, you know. To me it would only be to stay in one time, but you see that it is a very cool court, you know, one of the nicest. But that is, you know, I have to tell you a story, you know. You could easily jump over, play one ball, all no problem. But I tell you, immediately there would be people here, you know. There's also a school, but that court, you know, you can rent. When you have many players, then you can play here, or when you are a club. But that's a normal person, you see. Here you see it, private ground. It is not allowed for outstanding people. And alone when you have this shield on there, you have no chance to say something, oh I didn't know and blah blah blah. You can believe me. Maybe you see here also private ground, you know. And you can believe me. I'm not stupid, you know. I was driving with no ticket in the trains. The longest route was from, have you heard there was someone? Do we see it in the background? I heard a window now. Maybe checking out what I'm doing there. Or, you know, I was the most far away track what I got for no money to drive in a train was from Milano to Monaco. And that is a long route, you know. But also I got checked up and to had pay things, you know. In Italy one time was security woman made me this. I had all different tricks how to avoid to pay, you know. And also I did flyers. I made flyers here in my city from house to house, from flat to flat, you know. So I know every single house almost, you know. And I have a universal key. That means I can go in around 90%, 95% of all houses, you know, big houses, flats, what are here, I come in, you know. And there I have seen a lot of problems. And that is why I know such stuffs, if you should go in or not, or what can happen. And there really people got very angry, shouted this, that and blah blah blah. You know, I have known my rights, but I did it private, you know. That was not for a company, that was private. Here we can watch in again. And one time I was in a smaller house, and then a man entered in, and then he was the owner of the complex. And then you can imagine, oh shit. And he was asking how we entered in here. And then blah blah blah. And then it was so far that he grabbed me, you know. He grabbed me this and pushed me into the wall and said he want my personal ID, you know. And the problem was he was a little bit drunk. And he was the owner, you know, that was for sure. And so you don't want to get problems. Of course I could, and so I want to show you here. Of course I could be aggressive, go against, but I want to solve the problem that no police comes, because then you have really a problem. And so we made this, I let him do this and blah blah blah, that he gets his aggression away. Nothing happened, and then I could go out. And so I know all the things what you can do or not. And here I would not jump over, because there are people in, you know. And then you have a problem. But you see, it's such a nice court, but a no-go court, you know. And here I would not try it. Because I tell you, they call the police immediately. Then you are on camera, you cannot say, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, it is so big in front on, you know, that you are not allowed. And then maybe you get to pay and whatever. So that I don't want. There are no other no-go places where it is better, and there we will come to the end, because maybe 2 courts there I can try it today, you know, on Sunday. But these are absolutely no-goes, you know. But now we go on to no-go west. What means no-go west? That is a court which is possible and not. In summer you can play it, but not always. It is closed. Sometimes they say no, go to your city and blah blah blah. And sometimes you can go in. Today I think on Sunday it will be closed again, but then we go to Lizum court and then the mini G, and maybe one of those goes, and then afterwards I will try 2 other no-go courts, and there we will see if it goes or not. I've checked it out already, yeah, and then we see. So my friends, now no-go west, we enter in, but I will tell you for sure, to 90% to me it is closed again, you know, on Sunday. But why no-go west? We have another court, no-go east, and all the other no-go courts. No-go courts normally are these who are not possible for public. You know, you cannot enter in, they are closed, school, private, whatever. But no-go west here and no-go east on the other side, they are sometimes possible. Not always, but sometimes when you are in, they don't say something. especially the no-go west, east. I always change the east and west. But there also I had times where I was there waiting for the opening time, nothing happened. I asked, no one came. And here is very difficult because I only go in at the backstage. Sometimes it is open, especially in summer. But on the main entrance there they never let me in. They always said something. Not possible, no, I close now. No, in your city go to airport court and blah blah blah. And so here we are. One of my favorite ones, you know, that is such a nice court. Very beautiful, so friendly, quiet, peaceful. But we will see now if we can go in or not. But I tell you, 90% here it is. I show you once again a cool indoor court, so not indoor but in a real cage thing, you know. So nice. Very small boards but so good playable, you know. And what a view, you know. We are a little bit outside. Oh, that is so cool here, you know. Watch. What a view, or that is absolutely amazing. But to 90% it is closed again. So I will come on under the week, you know. Last year only one time I was in, you know, only one time. The year before very often, there it was better. But here is the backstage, you know. And now the question is it open or not? What do you think? I would say no, it is not. To 90%. Yeah, closed. Yeah, that it is what we like. Yeah, one time again. But you hear music because after this there is a football field and there is the birthday court, you know. There I could play now, but that is not interesting to me. I want that court. Wait, with my other hand, when you see it. That court I want now because I like it so much. But I told you I have calculated with this, wait, the little bridge. And so now I drive on to regular courts, and these are the Lizum court and the mini G court. And the best possible today is the Lizum court, a small court, also nice view. But there I have drive now through the woods, you know, a little bit upwards, not the finest track. And then we will see us there. And then we see where we play with our nice Molten BG3850, 3850, the new series. Then we check it out once again. So almost there, but as you see, I'm sweating now already, all is wet. These are not too far away courts, they are very close to the city, but watch. That you can imagine the routes, you know. That is village, you know, and from over there is somewhere the city, and now we have to drive all this up, you know. And then we arrive at Lizum Court. So my friends, now we arrived at Lizum Court, but not playable. Scheiße. Because there is a dad in with his kid playing soccer the whole field, you know. And here, I have shown you this, but here you see the court, there it is, you know. It's a nice court. Here they built, this is a swimming area, and they build all new, you know. I have shown you this one time. There is football behind, you know, and Boulder, a big sport complex. And yeah, and here they build a complete new swimming area, you know. So that is all closed. They damaged the water slide and all, you know. But now I cannot go in because they play the whole field, you know. Scheiße. But that was the court where I was expecting it will be possible. The other one will get more tough because there are in for sure kids, you know. But we will see. Maybe the mini G court, that is the next village, and then all courts are done in that area, you know. But I drive there, then we will see. Also not possible. Kids are in, and now a Staffordshire Terrier without a line is running there. Shit, but I will show you, that is the mini G court, but I have to watch to the Staffordshire Terrier. They always have no line in the villages, you know. Also a dad with his kid in, then we cannot do it, you know. But here you have such a nice view that is amazing, you know. Amazing. Now 1, 2, bam, watch that view. That is amazing, or? And here it is, you know. There they play. Very cool, or? But there, you know, I have thought that it will be not possible, you know. Now we have a tractor. We have to wait now. Wait. Doesn't. So, but the problem is I have not too much time, you know. That all costs a lot of time to travel. But watch, wow. Alone for the view, you know. Alone that it is worth to come here. We have played now the no-go court, but now I have to drive back because I have to work then at night. But I will try the no-go courts, you know, at the city. I have two. This is possible, or I stay here and wait that the father with his boy goes away at the other court, but I don't think it will happen in the next minutes. So to me the better solution is to drive back now to the city and then try those two no-go courts to come in. What I have not shown you, you know, now at this video, that is the better solution. You know, these are hours what you drive there to come from one point to another, you know. That is all village, that is not city, you know. We are outside. But yeah, I will drive back to the city now. And then we see us at the no-go court. For sure I can go in and show you the court. But I think the first one will be closed. It's not allowed, you know, but I think still it will be closed. The second one I could jump over. Maybe it is open, but there we will see. That is an original which I know for 30 years around. Watch tennis club. Yeah, and that is the thing what I can show you. But we have played the no-go court. That was nice. Even a few balls. But that makes me happy because that court was missing this year. And they have built the net new. That I didn't mention. Last year that was open space, also not allowed. But now normally that is closed and not allowed. But today you was also not allowed. But we could enter in and play a few balls. And that was great. Wow, camera. Now I drive back and then we see us. So my friends, now we are back at the city and now I will see what court this is, you know, because I was never in the no-go court. On Sunday, maybe it is open or not, but it was tough now to come here, you know, with my Alaska shirt. Who is from Alaska? Tell me that. Do we have a subscriber from Alaska, from Anchorage, or all these things? But now we will enter in and then I will see if this court is open or not, because there is a kindergarten and that belongs to the kindergarten and to school, or only to the kindergarten, I don't know. But maybe it is open. Today is Sunday and here is no shield, so I can always say, hey, there was nothing standing on. I come from outside, I don't know. I'm not from the city here. No one told me that this is private, you know what I mean? That is always the trick. And so we will see if this is playable. I have never known this place, you know. They have built a school. I can remember when this complex opened up, but here behind you'd never come, you know. But then I heard from the other side one time balls, you know, and I said, what is there? Sounds like a basketball court. Then I watched and I have seen, wow, there is a basketball court, you know. But you see now, there is kindergarten and there behind is the basketball court. Yeah, here it is. Wow, that is cool, or? But that is not a cage. I have it wrong in my head. But do you think there comes the school guard? I don't know. Hey, that is cool, or? The private basketball court. Will they kick you out or not? I don't know. Hey, that is cool, or? An own real court. Wow, that is amazing, you know. Hey, that is cool. Here I have to play a ball. Wow. And then we will get kicked out. Or one time it happened to me that a dog ran out from the school, got the dog. That was also cool. Once I told this story. But boy, that is amazing. Boy. Yeah, it is also wobbling. I feel it right now. A wobbling but hard court. Boy. That is cool. So I have to play one ball. Then we play the no-go court. Watch. But for sure they will kick me out. For sure. Only one ball. Hey, cool. That I can play here. Not much dribbling. And one to that side. Oh, amazing, huh? So from that view, or here, with unnatural grass, very fine. That is amazing. That is cool. Wow, that is really amazing, you know. But I swear you. Oh, here is a little ball. That means there is a doggy. Have you seen the small balls? But now I will leave the place because for sure you get a problem, you know. So I go to the next court and there we will see us. So my friends, now we arrived at the last court, but I don't know, you know, it's a no-go court. I was in there 30 years ago, you know, but normally it is closed, you know. And I don't know, we will see now. Few meters then we are there. That is so maybe the most roughed up ring of all rings what I know, you know. And yeah, we will see. Yeah, the people. I know that is not good. Shit. You see? You can't forget it. Hey, the ring is away. I see it right now. The ring is away. Shit, there's only the board anymore because the ring was completely damaged, you know. That is over 30 years and now they are sitting and making a picnic, you know. These are the doggy is under the basketball. These are the people who have the school guards, you know. They have now here a festival. What would you think if I jump over now, over the net and go in and say, hey, I'm now here to play? Yeah, but it is what it is. Now we know the ring is not there anymore. But I've shown this court one time, but today I would have jumped over, but now the school guards will make a picnic. Yeah, that it was. Now I have to go home. We played 2 courts more, but one court which I've never played before, and the other one this year for the first time. Also cool because they closed it with the net, you know, that you don't come in normally. On Sunday is always all a story, you know, and that was nice. So we see us next time. Until then, bye and ciao.